2026 is upon us, and here are some few steps that I'm taking to prepare me for the new year. Now, I know of some people who usually repeat the same circles in their life every year because they start to lead. So you don't want to be among those people, okay? So the first thing on my list is to seek God's guidance first. So you need to know what God wants you to focus on in the new year. You need to pray, you need to spend time to fast, you need to spend time to meditate on His Word so that He can guide you, so that He can let you know on what you need to focus on, and that gives you clarity for the new year. Okay, that's very important. The second thing on my list is to reflect and review your year. So, what did you do well at? What are the setbacks that you have? You need to know these things. You need to go through your journal. If you're someone like me who loves to journal, go through your journal to see and just to reflect on the things that you've achieved and the things that you need to work on. That way you're able to set goals for the new year, and the right time to start is now. Okay, now you've reflected on the new year, you've gone through your journal. Now you need to set measurable goals. Okay, you need to set measurable goals. Measurable goals will give you momentum. Okay, so what do I need to achieve in 2 months? What do I need to achieve in 3 months? Or what do I need to achieve in 6 months? And be very realistic about your goal. Set measurable goals. The next thing you need to do is to audit your habits and build systems. You need to be realistic with yourself and be able to build realistic systems that will help you stay consistent. Okay, you need to be consistent with your goals. So these systems will keep you motivated, right, and will make you consistent with your goals. You need to know, okay, I have work after this shift. Okay, when exactly do I need to do this task, and when exactly do I need to do this task? So setting realistic systems will help you stay consistent and disciplined with your goals. Now the next thing is to declutter your life. Okay, now decluttering your life is not just with your environment or your space, okay, but also digitally, right? I just started this recently. So before the new year starts, what are some of the emails that you subscribe to that you need to unsubscribe from? What are the apps that you need to delete from your phone, your laptops, your iPad? You need to clear up your space digitally. What are some images? As a content creator, there are some images, there are some files that I know, okay, I don't need this anymore. I have already started deleting them from my systems, right? So I'm decluttering everything that I don't need. Then you need to organize your space. So make sure your space is clean. If you have stuffs around your table, your work desk that you know is unnecessary, you don't need, it's just there, throw them away. Like if you have clothes you know you're not using anymore, give them out. Make sure that your space is clean and tidy, and you need to start right now. Okay, no waste of time. Okay, so the next thing, and this is something that's very important, is to review and strengthen your relationship. Okay, separate yourself from toxic friendships, toxic friends. Start learning and deciding on the relationships that you need to strengthen and the relationship that you need to separate yourself from. Also, another key thing that you need to decide to do in the new year is to set boundaries in your relationship. Very key, very important. Okay, we're not playing in 2026. Okay, right. Next thing is to do a financial reset. Okay, so you need to work on your finances. You need to organize your finances. You need to track your spending habits. You need to track the subscriptions you don't use. Review your spending habits. This is something that I believe that everyone should be doing, right? You need to review your spending habit. What are the things that I don't necessarily need to spend on, that I know I'm spending money on? You need to cut it off. You need to track your spending. And also, we all need money, right? You also need to figure out ways that you can improve on your finances. Okay, now you need to start right now. The next thing is to create your mood board, and I think that's the final thing. Okay, so now you've planned everything, your goals, you know what you want to achieve financially in the next year. You know everything, and everything has been laid down. So the next step is to create a mood board. Okay, something that will inspire you. It will give you a visual representation of what you want to see in your life. So build it and put it in a space where you always pass, or in a space where you would always see it, and it will always remind you of why you started. So that's key and very important. I've not started building my mood board, but definitely first week of December my mood board will be ready. Okay, so these are just some of the tips. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching.